Hello and welcome back to ISpeakSpokeSpoken. My name is James and today we are going to be testing your English pronunciation with these nouns. So what is a noun? A noun is an object, it's a thing or a person. Anything that you can see, hear, smell, think, any kind of sense, it's a noun. So we have many nouns in English and we are going to be going through 30 of them's pronunciations in this video. If you look up at the top right hand corner of the video, you can click the link and get all of the slides that you can see behind me and have them in your own time. So let's get straight into the video, shall we? First up, we have apple. Apple. So she ate an apple for a snack. So how would you pronounce apple? In apple, we have a mark up here and a mark down here. So these are the phonetic transcriptions of the words in British English. And these are, what a phonetic transcription of a word is a word that is, so words all have different spellings, and maybe you'll have two of the same words next to each other in two different words, and each of those might sound completely different. And it might be a bit confusing, but with phonetic transcriptions, we're able to see a phonetic, which means spell exactly how it's said, version of the word. So while trying to pronounce something, you're able to pronounce it properly. And as I said, this is British English. If you want to have a look at the American English transcription, you can go over and search the words in any kind of official English dictionary, and they'll have the American English transcriptions there as well. So you can check those out. But today we're looking at the British English transcription because I am a British English speaker. So here we go with apple. What you'll find is throughout the video, you will see a lot of words with these two little dots here. As long as a word is more than one syllable long, you're more than likely to see those. And what those mean is that we have stressed syllables in English. So what is a stressed syllable? We have syllables that, if we didn't have stressed syllables, a word would be dull and very difficult to say because it would all sound very vague and just like none of the words would be pronounced more than the others, and there'd be no hierarchy within the word. But we have these stressed syllables. So we have apple. So as you can hear, our first syllable here is the stressed syllable. It's apple, apple. It's not a pull. It would be hard to say, and it wouldn't actually, it would just it wouldn't sound right in the mouth while you're speaking. So we have these stresses, and as long as a word has more than one syllable, it's more than likely to have a stressed syllable. Next up, we have book. So we say, I finished reading the book last night. And book is, how many syllables do we have in book? Is it book, right? Just one syllable. So we don't have stressed syllables we don't have any stressed syllables here. So we have the As you've noticed here, we have the two O's, and quite often this is pronounced as an oo, but not in this sense. Well, it depends on where you're from. If you're from the north of England, you might say book, but if you're from the south of England, we would say book. Not oo. You see? And that is how we would pronounce that there. Next up, we have the word car. They bought a new car. Very good. So here we have the two dots here. And here's another short lesson in the phonetic transcriptions. When we have the two dots, we have a lengthened vowel or a lengthened sound. So it's not car, it's car, car. And also you'll notice that I'm not saying car, which is if you were American or actually many other languages learning English, they pronounce that R, car, car. We're actually in British English, if that's the accent that you're trying to get, you would say car. Without an it's just the R. So you relax your tongue, you relax your mouth, and you just let the sound come from your diaphragm. R. And that is how we make a lot of R sounds in English. We wouldn't say car, we would say car, car. You see? Next we have dog. Their dog loves to play in the park. So once again, dog has one syllable. So we have this sound. And dog is a pretty phonetic word anyway. As you can see, it's pretty much exactly the same here. Dog, dog. There's no lengthened sounds there. It's just dog. Very good. Next up, we have a bit longer of a word, and we do have some syllables here. We have environment. Environment. 4 syllables. So we need to take better care of our environment. Which syllable in environment is our stress syllable? If you want to take the same logic that I taught you up there and put it onto environment, what would you say? It's our second one, right? Environment, not environment, or any of the others. We would just say environment, and that is how we would say it. If you want to repeat after me, environment. Environment. Very good. Okay, next up we have family. So family gatherings are always filled with laughter. Family, we have 3 syllables here. Family. And family, which one is our stress syllable? I'll give you a second. It's our first one, right? Family. Family. Okay. Next up, we have number 7, which is game. 1 syllable here, and it's pretty much pronounced exactly how you'd expect it to from the spelling, except for this bit here. We wouldn't say gamey, but we'd say game. Our E turns the A into an A and then becomes invisible. That is what the E is doing. So it's not gam, which if you took the E out, it would be gam. But with the E, the A becomes an A and then the E falls into the background. Game. Okay, number 8, we have house. House. Another 1 syllable word. House, pretty much the same spelling, just the E again. The E turns it turns the OU into an ow, ow. So OU is quite often pronounced as ow. House, house. And instead of hose, you see? Hose. It becomes the house. And then the E disappears into the background. If you were in somewhere like Scotland, they would say hose, hose, hose. It's almost like a deeper OU sound, but in the south of England, we would say house, almost an ow sound, like someone pinches you. Ow, house. Okay, they moved into a new house recently. Number 9, we have island. So this is an interesting one, guys. So the island is known for its beautiful beaches. So island, as you can see, it should be pronounced Iceland, right? Because we have the S. But funnily enough, it's not. And we actually just miss out that S entirely. And we would just say island, island. Don't ask me why. I don't know, but it is it is an interesting one. I mean, we could put in the comments if you are interested, we can find out the reason for that. But we do miss out that S sound, island. There we go. Number 10, we have job. Job. Great. So she started a new job this month. So job, 1 syllable. And it's pretty much pronounced, it's pronounced very interestingly actually, because our J is almost got our job. We have this little symbol here, and as you can see, it's like a D, but it's like, it's as if you've got a D and a G, job. And that is how we write that out phonetically. Number 11, we have knowledge. So gaining knowledge is essential for personal growth. So knowledge has a K and N, which often is pronounced as an N. It's not a Kn, it's just a N. Knowledge. And as you can see here, we have a W as well. We don't say knowledge, or we don't even pronounce the ED. It's an I. So we say knowledge. And I mean, it's better to look over at the phonetic transcription here and realize that our first syllable is our stress syllable, no, and then look at the like null, and then the second part is our less stressed, which is lidge, knowledge. There you go. Number 12, we have library. And as you can see, it's pronounced library, but we wouldn't say this, we would say library. And we have 2 syllables in library, and our first syllable is our stress syllable, library. I mean, actually here in the phonetic transcription, it says that we would pronounce it library, but it depends on who's saying it. Some people may say library, but some people would say library. It just depends on the person. Next up, we have number 13, which is music. Another interesting one. So music can often elevate your mood. Music has a lengthened U sound, mu, and then we also have our punctuation here, which is making the first syllable a stress syllable. So music instead of music. See? There we go. Number 14, we are moving on to nature. Spending time in nature is very relaxing. So nature is almost pronounced like this. Nature. Nature. There you go, that's an H. Nature. We would almost pronounce it like this because our TU becomes a ch, and then RE is pronounced almost like a ER, if you think about it. So that is how we would pronounce that. We have a first syllable stress, and then the rest of the word falls off of that. So nature, nature. Great. Number 15, we have ocean. The ocean was calm and clear today. So ocean has 2 syllables. Our first syllable is our stressed one. So ocean. Instead of ocean, ocean. So we have the O sound, O. Make sure that your lips are going from out to in. O. Making sure you're getting that. And then the shun. There we go. So the ocean was calm and clear today. There we go. So number 16, we have the word park. So let's meet at the park tomorrow. How many syllables in the word park do we have? 1. Park. And once again, we don't pronounce the AR as an R. We just lengthen that A sound. R. Park. Very good. Number 17 is our next one, which is question. He asked an interesting question during the lecture. So how many syllables do we have in the word question? Question. 2 syllables. So question, which syllable here is our stressed one? I'll give you a second. It's our first one, right? Question, not question. Question. And our T-I-O-N becomes a chun, like a C-H-O-N, chun. Okay, next we have restaurant. Once again, this is broken up into 3, which is saying it should be pronounced restaurant, which some people do, but also some people break it down even further to restaurant. So here we have a first syllable stress, which is restaurant. And then, so that is our first syllable stress. Restaurant, if you want to repeat. Restaurant. Very good. Number 19, we have school. So school is closed for the holidays. So another interesting double O, which is a or, school, ooh. And that sound is driving the word to the L. So school. There we go. And there we are. So we only have 1 syllable here. So it actually doesn't have any stress syllables here. But just keep an eye on the 2 dots here, showing that the ooh sound is lengthened. Next up, we have number 20, which is technology. Some people may pronounce this technology, which no, it should be technology. We should be having the second syllable as our stress. Technology, technology. And we'll put that there, and we have technology, technology. You want to go up in the second. So technology, that is the important part. Go over the top, and then you can bring it back. That is what I say. It doesn't matter how silly you sound when you're saying it, as long as you are pronouncing the right bits as a stressed syllable, you can always bring it back and make it sound less dramatic as you say it. But in practice, it sounds like making sure that you're getting those sounds is the important part. Number 21, we have university. University. She is applying to several universities. So we have this U. We almost have a silent, an almost silent J sound. U. University. And our two dots here, which lengthen that U sound. University. And we have another lengthened sound, which is the ver, which is actually our stressed syllable. University. Not university. It's university. Gotcha. Nice one. Number 22, we have vacation. They went on a vacation to Europe last summer. So vacation is a holiday, and we have vacation. 3 syllables here. How would you pronounce that? Which one would you put the stress on? Vacation. Vacation. It's the second one, right? Vacation. You're almost what's the word? You have an orchestra in front of you, and you want to show where that second part is. You can vacation. You can actually practice using your hand, and it's a good way of kind of visualizing where that stress is. Number 23, we have weather. So the weather has been really unpredictable lately. So weather, we have our stressed syllable, which is our first one. And also keep an eye on this little symbol here, which is our th, weather, the. Practice that, the. Your tongue is vibrating on the top, on the bottom of your teeth, th, and then bouncing off. Weather. There we go. Weather. Number 24, we have X-ray. X-ray. So here, even though the two words are two kind of separate things with a line, it's still one word with two different parts to the word. So it's actually our first syllable, which is our stressed one here. X-ray, not X-ray. X-ray. Otherwise, it would be X-ray. You see? X-ray. The doctor reviewed the X-ray and explained the diagnosis. 25. Youth. Youth is a time of exploration and learning. So we have our sound at the end, youth, and then we also have our lengthened vowel sound. Youth, youth. And once again, we have that short J, youth. Okay, let's move on to number 26, shall we? And on 26, we have zoo. So the children enjoyed seeing the animals at the zoo. So zoo is pretty simple. We just have the Z with the lengthened U sound. Zoo. Zoo. It's not Z, it's zoo. Zoo. Very good. Number 27, we have water. Water. So we are lengthening this or sound, and then adding and actually using this also as our stressed syllable. So water, 2 syllables, first one stressed. Water. Very good. Number 28, we have vision. Vision. And we have the I-O-N, which isn't eon, it's yun. Yun. Vision. Vision. And our stressed syllable is our first one. So vision, not vision. You see? Number 29, we have universe. The universe is vast and largely unexplored. The universe is vast and largely unexplored. So universe, once again, has this J-U sound, you, is so subtle. So practice that. You. It's like you don't even hear it. Until learning how the transcriptions worked, I didn't even realize that we were saying this really short J sound. But if you practice, it will become natural. So practice it in context with words and you will get it. So we have the lengthened U, and then we have that first part of the word, which is our stress syllable, universe. Number 30, we have time. So time seems to fly when you're having fun. So we have time. Our time is almost pronounced exactly how it's spelled, except for the E, which turns the I from Tim into time. You see, if you took away the E, it would be Tim, and then the E turns the I into a I, and then it goes and hides behind it. Time. So before we finish, what we should do is we're going to go through each word again. I will say, you repeat, I'll say again, then you repeat, and then we'll finish the lesson. So let's go from the beginning. Number 1, apple. Apple. Number 2, book. Book. Great. Number 3, car. Car. 4, dog. Dog. Great. Number 5, environment. Environment. Number 6, family. Family. Number 7, game. Game. Make sure that you're repeating, guys. The more you repeat, the better your pronunciation will get. And you'll also remember some of the words that maybe you didn't know before. So let's keep going. Number 8, house. House. 9, island. Island. Number 10, job. Job. 11, knowledge. Knowledge. 12, library. Library. 13, music. Music. 14, nature. Nature. 15, ocean. Ocean. 16, park. Park. 17, question. Question. All right, keep going, guys. I know there's a lot of them, but you're doing very well. Keep going. 18, restaurant. Restaurant. 19, school. School. 20, technology. Technology. 21, university. University. 22, vacation. Vacation. 23, weather. Weather. 24, X-ray. X-ray. 25, youth. Youth. 26, zoo. Zoo. Very good. 27, water. Water. Perfect. 28, vision. Vision. 29, universe. Universe. And number 30, time. Time. Okay, so guys, I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope that you followed and it helped. If you want to download everything that you saw behind me, you can look up at the little eye in the top right hand corner of the video, press it, download everything, and you can also get a quiz down there as well. So if you're on a mobile device or you can't see that, you can also go down to the description below and download it from there. So not to worry if you can't see it up there either. So I hope that you've enjoyed it. My name's been James. We've been ISpeakSpokeSpoken and joyfully